You know, sometimes life surprises you in the most unexpected ways. I never imagined that a simple trip to the grocery store could turn into one of those unforgettable moments, the kind that stays with you long after it's over. This is exactly what happened to me yesterday. Yesterday was one of those exhausting days where everything seems to pile up at once. After work, I stopped by the grocery store to pick up some essentials: bread, milk, eggs, fresh vegetables, and a few snacks. My mind was distracted, thinking about deadlines and errands I still had to run, so I didn't pay much attention. When I finally reached the checkout line, I unloaded my cart onto the conveyor belt and prepared to pay. Then came the awkward moment. I reached into my wallet and realized I'd forgotten my debit card at home. I checked my cash, but it wasn't enough to cover the total. Panic started to rise. I didn't want to hold up the line or embarrass myself. I began putting some items back on the shelf quietly, apologizing to the cashier for the inconvenience. Just then, I felt a gentle tap on my shoulder. I turned around and saw an elderly woman standing behind me in line. She had kind eyes and a soft smile that immediately calmed my nerves. "Don't worry about it, dear," she said softly. "I'll take care of your groceries." I was stunned. Part of me wanted to refuse, thinking maybe she misunderstood or was just being polite. But she reached into her small, worn purse and pulled out cash, enough to cover everything without hesitation. The cashier seemed just as surprised, but rang up the payment as she smiled warmly at me. "Sometimes a little kindness is all we need," the woman said quietly. I tried to thank her properly, but before I could say more, she turned and slowly walked away. I called after her, "Wait! Thank you so much. What's your name?" But she didn't look back or respond. It was as if she dissolved into the crowd. I scanned the aisles and nearby exits, but she was nowhere to be found. The whole experience felt surreal. Who was this woman? Why had she chosen to help me? A complete stranger. It felt almost like a scene from a movie, an angel sent to remind me that even when life feels overwhelming, kindness still exists in the world. As I left the store, my mind kept replaying her words and the warmth of her smile. I thought about how small gestures can ripple outwards in ways we can't always see. That single act of generosity lifted a weight I hadn't even realized I was carrying. I don't know if I'll ever see that woman again. Maybe she was just someone who believed in paying kindness forward. Or maybe, in some mysterious way, she was a guardian watching over me on a tough day. Whatever the truth, I'm grateful. That moment reminded me to be kinder, more patient, and more open to the unexpected miracles that can happen when we least expect them.